Hi guys, you're here with Jester on Jokes Aside StarCraft. This is actually my first broadcast. Just trying out casting and seeing how it goes. Hopefully get involved with esports a little bit more. Like some of the greats, like Day9 and Husky. Get up there, get involved. Before I start this game, I'm probably going to tell you a little bit about myself. 22, live in Australia. Been playing StarCraft since wow, it's probably about like a year after Brood War came out. I'm crap at StarCraft. I think the highest I've got is the Platinum division in 3v3s or something like that. Still working on it, and I'll probably stream on this a little bit later. You can see me get pumped because I'm so nubby. But yeah, we've got a game here today between Escaping Jail is the Red Protoss and SFH, or as the Blue Zerg. Probably going to call him SFH, not it's much harder to say. But yeah, like, stick with me guys, and hopefully they'll get better as we go along, because this is going to be real rough. Sort of like a tester feeler, see how it goes. Using Dino Universal Broadcaster, so getting to learn that as well. But yeah, might as well start the game, and feel free to leave comments or something like that. I'll upload this to YouTube and my channels and stuff down there. But yeah, see how this game goes, eh? So it looks like we've got Escaping Jail as the Protoss spawning in the top right, I suppose you'd call it, the 2 o'clock position on Metalopolis, and SFH as the Blue Zerg spawning in the 7 o'clock position. Usually these spots sort of favour Zerg, as I found out from gaming, but who knows how this is going to go. At least they're being friendly though. Like, I find that's a big thing. Like, it's always nicer to play someone friendly, someone to give you good luck, have fun. Like, they don't have to mean it. It's just nice of them to say it. You do get the trolls in esports, which I suppose everyone's got to deal with. But it's just one of those things. SFH is sending the Overlord like he should, but unfortunately he's not going to find a thing. Both guys sort of aiming for a late scout. SFH just droning at the moment. No pool, no expansion, so he's not doing anything real cheesy, sort of going a macro game. Escaping Jail throwing down the gateway, and both players are starting to scout. So yeah, just a normal start to a game. Nothing too exciting. No pool or expansion from SFH. Maybe going for 16 hatch, something like that. We'll see shortly, I'm sure. Yeah, there we go. It's the 16 hatch, I believe, and the scout was killed. It's dropped in supply a little bit. Yeah, the pool going down now as well. 14 food mark. So yeah, it's just droning up, as you can see. Good drone count. It's a little bit harder in the start of the games. I mean, you're not quite sure what you're supposed to talk about. I mean, Soul double gas. Could be to prevent a gas steal. Cyber's already down. That isn't early double gas from my experience. A little bit unusual for Protoss. Usually you sort of get the one gas before you, and then you throw down, second or third gateway. Then you get the third gas, the second gas. My goodness, it is early. No, it's not. It's 10:15. It was early in the morning. Been up for a while. Yeah, double gas for Protoss at 25, right? Oh, whatever floats your boat. I'm going to give you a little bit high for Protoss. I assume to see 2 more gates go down pretty shortly, or a 1 gate expand. That money's getting a little high. Excuse me, guys. He's getting a little high. It's 350 now. What is he going to be doing? Two more gates going down. Could have happened a little earlier, but anyway, swings and roundabouts. Money creeping up again. Not a big problem. Zerg just droning. Just droning. There's actually no Zerglings out on the field at the moment. Spinecrawler for defense. Just looking at what he's had scouting. He has had really good scouting, so he obviously knows he's safe for at least a little while. Another Spinecrawler going down. And an expansion coming up for Escaping Jail. It's the 3-gate expand. Usually 3 gates are finished, but feels safe, so looking at his scouting, there isn't much, so yeah, risky, but I suppose he feels comfortable, so real good. Heavy sentry count explains why the second gas came in. Getting those sentries out to protect his expansion, it's always a smart idea. Really common in Protoss these days too. A lot of sentries, a lot of zealots early on. Just protect from those heavy ling rushes, things like that. I'm not sure about you guys, but I've been finding, especially in lower leagues, that PvZ, if I'm a Protoss player, just turn into whether or not you can defend the Roachling all in. It seems to be coming pretty regularly now, and if you hold it off, you win. If you don't, you lose. It's not the way I like to play PvZ, but it seems to give me like no choice at the moment. But yeah, leave comments or something if you guys are having the same issue, and we'll look at a lot more games with that in it. But yeah, at the moment I'm just sort of looking at all sorts of games, get my experience up. Forge going down, upgrades coming out. No, it has not started the upgrades. Lots of Spinecrawlers for SFH. Wants to be heavy on the defense. No lings though. Not sure why. I mean, lings are pretty good at early game scouting. Could perhaps, you know, with a bit of scouting, pick one or two of these sentries off. But at the moment, just droning heavily. A few lings there now. No speed or anything yet. Speed has been started though, nearly halfway done. And Protoss just macroing up. I always find this dangerous from a Zerg perspective too. I mean, there's no linger harass at all, sort of coming around the second, just the scouting and also keeping the Protoss pinned. Little piling, proxy piling going down over here. Yeah, sort of just moving your Zerglings in and around just seems to help, you know, contain the Protoss, stop him from moving out, stop him from, you know, having control. Whoops, sorry guys. Having control of the map early on. A lot more lings in production right now as speed starts to finish, and infestor play with pathogen glands. Oh, looks like there was a pause. Pathogen glands coming down. Let's start those with the extra energy. Nothing on neuroparasite yet. I do find that really good. It's a really good play in PvZ. I've been struggling with it a lot with Colossus or Immortals getting neuroparasited. It's just crushing. Can't seem to deal with it. Blinkstoke has helped, but if there's a lot of backup units, they're hard to maneuver. But do keep in mind, I am crap. A lot better players than me. I just watch a lot, and I like the game for, you know, it being fun, and so I want to get involved in it. But yeah, lings, a lot of lings now starting to move around the map. Just sort of taking control, picking off pylons. Observer sees everything that's going on. Infestor ling. gameplay. I'm retreating back to his base. Money's getting a little high, very high from the Zerg. Probably should be spending that. Either with a lot more drones or... probably needs a macro hatch, to be honest. Probably does. So Protoss is taking his third at the same time as Zerg is taking his third. Maybe even throw down a fourth and a fifth, just to keep ahead. It's so important with keeping ahead of the Protoss. And I really should be upgrading too. The money's getting so high. I'm not sure what league this game is from actually. I didn't do sort of too much background research on the players. Maybe I should have. Like, while I'm definitely going to be casting some lower level games, and you guys can feel free to send me your games and I'll have a look at them, and I do want to do a couple of like high quality kind of games to really see how StarCraft should be played. And also I'd like some input on whether or not I should start a web show design around like the wow factor. You know, you've still got the shows like X Factor and stuff like that where people need that special something to get further in the show. And I'm thinking of doing that for StarCraft, like instead of when cheese fails like the guys do, or Day9's got his dailies and stuff like that. I'd do the wow factor, like get people to send in replays of something that it's hard to explain. You know those moments you have in games where almost like WTF moments where you're sort of playing the game and then something happens and you stop. There's nothing you can do but sort of stare at the situation that's unfolding on the screen. Like a massive nuke or something like that, or the wackiest build you've ever seen, kind of, or the strangest cheese, or someone failing really hard. You know, just those kind of what the moments. I'm thinking of doing something like that, so if you guys like it. Now granted, I'm not sort of paying too much attention to this game, but they're kind of making a lot of mistakes, even from my perspective. So I've just sort of, I'll turn this into a kind of little about me, little about what I want to do, and we can have a look at an interesting enough game while we do it. Just have something else on the screen, I suppose. So we'll be streaming on Justin TV, on Justin TV / Jokes Aside StarCraft, because I'm Jester, so yeah, I kind of figured it'd kind of fit. And I also have a YouTube channel, which I believe will be YouTube / Jokes Aside StarCraft. Keep it kind of the same.